Hi everyone! I thought I'd just give you a little update on everything that's happened in the past week because it's been a long week and now we're starting on the fourth week in my trip, which is scary. I mean, it's going by really fast. I'm having so much fun, I don't want to leave yet. Um, well, last weekend was the first free weekend we have, and here, like most schools in Israel, we only get Saturday off, so like Friday night's a big deal. I went into Tel Aviv and stayed with a friend who actually goes to my camp and lives in Israel, and we met up with a bunch of other kids from camp, so we had a mini camp reunion, which was like really fun. And I got to see Kari, who's a girl who lives in my town, and I missed her a lot, so it was nice to see her. Um, After that, Sunday we just did school, which is weird. Going to school on Sunday just doesn't make sense to me. Um, Monday was Valentine's Day, and it was really sweet because all the guys bought the girls flowers, and it was really nice because, we're not really celebrating it here in Israel. We did have a dance with the other school that's here, and that was a little bit awkward, but it was fun. The next day, we went into Jerusalem again, and we learned about the temple and how things work there, and we saw this, model of how Jerusalem used to be. It was really cool. It was historically accurate, like, an artist had done it, and it was, modeled perfectly, and it really gave insight to what everyone's talking about. And we saw the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is really interesting how well things can be preserved in this environment. And they're just like scrolls from 2,000 years ago, and it shows how accurate the Torah is, and it's really cool to see everything, matching up. After that, we went into the desert and did a 15-minute meditation, just self-reflecting and everything. And it's just really rare when you can just escape from civilization at all. Like no cars, no bustling of any cities. Like you can't hear anything, and you're just in the desert. And it's one of my favorite things. I love meditation so much. So it's nice to be able to do that with all your friends around you, and just not say a word, not play with your phones, not play with your camera. So that was really interesting. After that, we went to the youth hostel where we were staying, and we had a lot of free time to just sit there and talk. And we talked with our teachers and with our madrichs, and it was fun because you can just feel everyone getting really close here. At 3 a.m. the next morning, we woke up, and in the next hour, we were climbing a mountain called Masada, and it was terrifying. I'm not very good with heights. You can see you can see anything in front of you. It was, terrifying. I can't even begin. And it wasn't a terribly difficult climb. We took the snake path. It was, the same path they did 2,000 years ago, or, yeah, a little under 2,000 years ago. But it was pretty strenuous, I guess. You definitely have to stop and catch your breath every once in a while. When we got to the top of it, we spent 6 hours learning about everything that happened there, and I'd heard the story kind of, but we went through it and we lived it and we saw everything, and it was just really touching to be able to learn all of that with everyone around, and really connect with the story, and yell off the cliffside and hear all the voices yelling back. It was a really good experience, and I'm just so glad I did on this trip because it really made it meaningful. Um, After that, going down was maybe more difficult than coming up because seeing how high up we were really freaked me out. But after that, we went to the Dead Sea, and it was so cool. And we all got mud, and then when you go into the Dead Sea, it's you get up to your waist and you just kind of pop up. It's like you're floating, and it's really cool. You can't stay in there for that long, but it's really relaxing and a really fun experience. So if you ever come to Israel, I definitely suggest it. Um, this weekend, I stayed in. I didn't go out with anyone. And it's my roommate, Marissa.
What up?
Minnesotans. I stayed back, and a few other people did, and it was really fun because we got to bond, and we went out to Max Brunner, which is this chocolate restaurant, with the people who live in the dorms next to us who are all from LA. That was fun to be able to meet other kids our age from
And
America.
she saw me at the beach.
I was getting
Or
there.
not there yet, okay.
Not there yet. We spent the whole night just like bonding, and it was fun. The next day, which was today actually, we went to the beach in Tel Aviv, and I saw this lovely lady.
Woo, I went to the beach, yeah. It was
It's
really
really-
bad sunny.
Yeah, it was like there was sun out, but there was haze, and it was cold and windy, and the sand was everywhere.
You
And
want to read this because I finished.
what is it? Oh, I've already read this.
Oh, whatever.
And yeah, it was fun. I mean, even though we didn't really get to suntan or anything, we went to the mall, and everyone's getting ready for Purim, so there's like costumes everywhere, and it was so cool. That's pretty much all that's happened. We just did Havdalah, which is such a nice like thing to do with 50 kids just all singing together and wishing each other a good week. So I guess with that, I'll say Shavua Tov to you all. Have a happy week, and I hope everything's going wonderful. Bye!